All right. Let's see. Last session we found ourselves on outside of the the keep where we killed the elites, and we were teleported away. Uh, Before we left, there was a lunar dragon that flew up into the sky, which probably really bad news. After teleporting, we learned that that was Varish's life mistake. Um, Apparently, the enemies were attempting to resurrect Yandres, a dragon worm, and they needed the soul of the lunar dragon to do so. And in order to prevent that resurrection, they freed the lunar dragon instead. Um, Ariel attempted to contact the Fairy Queen, who responded to tell us that they made a big mistake and tells Ariel to find her mother. Folder then sent a message to Dan, who responded in tandem with Varney, confirming that they are in it together. And we were teleported away to the area where we initially found Phineas in the Fae, where they had a base camp of sorts. And using that same cave system that we initially used to enter the Fae, we now use that to Fae realm Firefall. There we encountered Todd and not Phineas, but actually Phineas, who were making a deal the regarding the mine at Meyerfell, and the party interrupted that deal because Torben shot at Phineas, not Phineas. Phineas got away, and we held on to Todd, and we made a plan to see what our next move. We decided to blow up the entrance of the mine, using some leftover residium that Torben had been keeping himself for a long time. Basically, after that explosion, the entire mine encampment gets obliterated, and we find ourselves just outside where Meyerfall used to be, and we are now gonna discuss what our next moves are gonna be.
Zivdar would look to the party. Well, knights on the way in. Do you have anywhere in mind to rest up for this evening, or are we making our way to the nearest civilization?
I don't think the Golden City is gonna be our best hope.
If I recall, it's about half a day, or maybe
Yeah,
3/4 of a day away.
I don't think we'll be very welcome there.
Well,
Wait, would we be timeline wise?
you would be. You would be. You'd have no issues if you're worried about before and after. Yeah.
Right.
You've crossed Phineas.
Yeah,
You've
yeah,
not crossed the Golden Keep.
yeah. This is weird. Question is, does Varney know? What do you think, Lothar? Golden Keep? Golden Citadel?
I don't know. I have no idea just how much I want to go back there. But I think
You
the only
watch
thing
as
now.
Zivdar holds up a hand to his head like he's in deep thought. And he interrupts your conversation and says, I've just received that my spouse is arriving tomorrow at the Golden Keep.
Hmm.
We shall be making our way there. You are most welcome to join us on the morrow.
Well, that certainly settles it. There is somebody I want to see in the Golden Keep as well.
Uh, you know, a decent bet wouldn't be too far-fetched at this point.
We won't get there today, will we?
Hmm?
We won't be getting there today, will we?
No, as nightfall is already on, fast
Yes.
approaching.
Yeah,
It
but
would
like,
probably take you the night to get there.
So we might as well set up camp, set up a watch, get some rest, leave tomorrow.
No campfire, Zivdar says.
but what about the
You don't need to
incoming
tell me.
caravan? We should,
Well,
we should
somewhere out of the way, away from the road. It is why we have a mountaineer with us, isn't it? And he cracks a smile.
Fine. Should probably at least travel at least for half an hour to get away from this place. I don't want to be anywhere near when the caravan arrives.
I agree.
Do you climb up the mountainside, or do you head on deeper into the thicketed foliage that lines the edge of this cliff face that overlooks the great eastern sea?
Oh, wait, is Meyerfall on the eastern side of the mountains?
Yes.
Oh. The way I had
It
it
was the
envisioned.
final destination in this path from.
Yeah. Right, we went through the mountains.
Hmm.
We hid from a dragon the last time, I remember. Um,
Almost like the DM's asking, are you going to go poke a nest at this time of night, or are you going somewhere else?
Torbjorn would try and find a sort of higher up and secluded cliff face, I guess, sort of plateau somewhere in the mountain that's out of the way.
Okay. They're all very exposed. You can see perhaps maybe a cave opening very high up. Looks like quite a large cave opening at this distance. Or do you go down and look for hidden foliage and somewhere to blend in with the surroundings?
Cave is an
Party
alright
decision.
idea. The amount of people we are, and even in the foliage, we would probably stand out a bit.
Very well. Let me roll on my encounter dice. There we go. All right. It takes you a couple of hours ascending this as the weather takes a turn for the worse. The wind picks up and the rain comes lashing down as you begin your ascension. Though as you get closer to the top and the mouth of this cave, the temperature having now dropped adequately, the rain has turned to sleet. As you take shelter in this cave, you realize it's more of a outcrop that you were hoping for. Maybe 20 feet of sheltered rocky joints that have created this natural chasm. Make a survival roll for me, or an investigation roll, Torgren, as you look around you.
14.
A 14. There are some tracks on the floor of the mouth of this cave, but with a 14, it's hard to say how recent they are, especially as they would have been well preserved in weathers like this. Do you choose to stay the night here or not?
Do I recognize the tracks of something?
Well, what do you think? What do you say?
Well, are the tracks familiar to me?
Hmm. Roll a nature roll.
Nature 21.
21. You're not quite sure of what exactly it is. You can expect that this is perhaps of some kind of winged creature. You can see there are impressions, and you realize remains of a few occasional feathers fleeted around the mouth of this cave. Some preserved in ice, snow, the walls, like a scratching point. But the 21, it looks like a monstrous bird of some sorts. As to what exactly, you don't know.
Well, looks like this used to be a point of convergence for some creature. Probably bird-like, fairly big. Let's just hope it doesn't come here tonight.
I need to be extra mindful of our watches then.
Aye. Should do that regardless. See that path down there? That's probably where the caravan's gonna come through.
Extra. And extra mindful because last thing we need is to accidentally attract some scouts.
I agree. Well, I guess we set up
So
camp
let's
then.
set up watches. Let's eat whatever we can.
Let's do watches in pairs just in case. We should be plenty. We are 9 total, if I recall correctly. 4 of us, 5 of
You're
them.
lagging.
Oh boy. Are we 9 in total?
There's the 4 of you, Zivdar, Varish, Whisper, Havoc. 9 in total.
Alright. We should be able to do double watches.
Right. So
Is there
who
just
goes?
a single pathway towards this area?
There's no pathway. You guys ascended up the mountainside itself.
Alright.
Not something you'd expect an automaton to be able to do.
Fair enough.
You set your watches and you nestle down for the evening. Does anyone have anything they want to interact with prior to getting, hopefully, an uninterrupted and much needed long rest?
I'm going to read the book.
As you open the chapter, you realize you're getting pretty close to the end of this book now. Maybe a couple of chapters left to go. And in horror, you glance, you see the title just fades, the chapter title, and the text vanishes before it reappears in crudely handwritten words that streak and fill the page. Lies, 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 lies 100 times, just filling the page. As you flick to the next and the next and the next, it's all the same.
Oh, I have to like back in the book to the other chapters.
As you flick back, the pages seem to be rewriting themselves in some way. But as you look, you turn to the very first page, where once again it says, I, Sir Lothar, hereby write my memoirs of import. For hopeful reading and light commentary of a path wrought with adventure and danger, for a lesson for everyone else to follow. The very first chapter begins, but it's like the title is just a splurge of letters that keeps writing, and then as it finishes, the word vanishes before it completes and starts writing again. Ariel, what do you get up to this evening?
Honestly, she's just like really, really sad and really feels really alone right now. I don't think she would be particularly social. Um, yeah, I don't think she would do anything either besides sleep because she really needs it.
Okay.
She'll take like the last watch if that's okay.
She gets the offer to not have to take watch if she would prefer.
Oh, that's nice. Okay.
Okay. Torburn, anything from you?
Torben is happy to take the first watch. Torben is gonna pitch down his magical folding chair that he hasn't used at all yet. He's just gonna get comfortable.
Do you mind the party what that does?
I don't actually know what it does. We never got to that point. A magical folding chair to sit on while cooking. I'm not cooking right now, but I'm just using it to get comfortable.
Okay.
It's a chair that I don't know how small it folds into, but it folds into pocket size.
And that is indeed its magical properties. The fact that it is a rescalable magical chair. As you unfold it, you realize as you tug on it, it stretches larger, and you push it together and it shrinks. You realize this is a chair of all sizes. This is its actual title.
Chair of size. But yeah, Torben is just gonna get comfortable for his first watch.
Okay.
Make some tea.
So Lothar, as the tea is brewing, what do you do?
He's going to spend most of his watch and most of his waking hours in actual prayer.
Who to?
In meditation. Tip his patron god Torm, whether he listens or not, whether he can hear or not. And get constantly interrupted by thoughts of Liz from back in the Golden Keep. But most of it is going to be more taciturn than usual.
Even more so. Okay. I would like each of you to make a perception roll for me, please, to represent the various watches that pass on throughout the night.
Coming right up.
So 24 for Torburn, a 4 for Sir Lothar.
Yeah, he is distracted.
A natural 1 for Voldreth.
Uh-oh.
Lies.
You want me to roll one too?
Yes, please. Just
Okay.
it's not necessarily your characters.
It's not mine, but rolling
it's
the
the
dice.
group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perception.
At 13. Okay, okay.
That's a 15 rolled.
And so, Torbjorn. For the first time in a very long time, you find yourself stirring awake in a warm glow as you realize you have fallen asleep in your very chair that you were sat upon when you started your watch. As the party begins coming to, Zivdar and Varish are in a huddled conversation in the corner of the cave. Havoc and Whisper silently holding each other. And your two companions come to a fresh meal. I presume you would have already cooking overnight from when you ended your watch, or would you start cooking now?
Depend. I would start cooking after say break.
Okay. As you start cooking, the smell awakens your other party members here. But dawn breaks, and if any of you have ever borne witness to an absolute unbroken skyline, a cloudless day, as the red giant arises, piercing the horizon in full perfect view of this location. A true beauty to behold. A sunrise for the ages. And a red sunrise at that. As the party comes to, you feel a hand on your shoulder, Salothar. You look up as Zivdar says, "Hold still. This will only take a moment." And he's going to cast Greater Restoration on you,
Oh, okay.
which restores any temporary memory loss, amongst removing a point of exhaustion and many other great things that I
Okay.
believe you should
So
be lifted from
do
this
I now
condition.
remember what happened in the?
You have suddenly now not only got this time's memories of the Feywild, but also the first time memories of the
Oh,
Feywild.
he is going to spend the next 15 minutes completely silent as he mulls over everything he's seen the first couple of times.
And Zivdar looks and offers a hand to anybody and extends it. Anybody else need anything? A pick-me-up, perhaps? As he pulls out a small bag of mushrooms and offers them as well.
I think Torben would be the best one to have those.
Are the mushrooms good cooked?
Less so cooked, more consumed directly.
I mean, I'm not gonna say no to a free mushroom, and he will just gladly grab one, give it a smell, and
He
if it
interrupts.
smells,
He bats your hand away, picks up one, which is like a small portable, like a small close cut mushroom, and he peels off just a pinch off one of them and hands you that. Something no bigger than like your small thumbnail, a small fingernail. That's all you need.
if you say so. Torben is gonna consume the little piece of mushroom.
Okay, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
8.
An 8. Shall we say Salothar is out of commission for this +3? As he is preoccupied or not? Because it makes a difference.
Okay. So essentially, the way this bonus works thematically is that his presence there
Yep.
actually strengthens the ones around him. But how
If
would
he's
that
out of
work
it.
when he is as distraught as he is right now?
Yep.
Would be the question.
Give it a dice
No, we'll
roll.
let it stand then.
So I
We'll,
will
we'll,
let
we'll,
I will let it to I will leave it to Torbran, I guess. Does Lothar
Okay.
look particularly inspiring right now?
Do you feel his presence influencing your decision making today? Or
I'm
not?
gonna
Or
roll
are
a
you just eating
d20.
breakfast?
Odds is no, even is yes. Apparently, he's inspiring today.
Okay. Very well. You shake off the initial effects of this mushroom, but you do gain advantage on perception rolls to your next long rest, and you have a temporary moment. What's the phrase here? You're getting a half buzz. Is what I'm giving you. That's basically it.
Ooh, that's
You shrugged
good
off
stuff.
the other effects of this, so it's fine. As you see, as the rest of the troop are all taking a small part from Zibdar, as he says, "Right, well, let's get some food in our belly, and then we'll be off."
Yeah, it should be almost ready. As he stirs in whatever soup stew-ish amalgamation he could cobble together from rations and stuff he had.
Okay. Is it good enough to make a cooking roll or not?
I don't actually have jaw on me, so probably not.
Okay, just a standard morning breakfast then. As you finish up and serve, Varish looks to the party expectantly. Well, I don't seem to be able to find a track on this location. I can't hone in on this teleportation. I don't know why. Zibdar sort of
So what you
sighs and shrugs. Looks at you, Lothar.
so you're saying we have to walk.
Varish goes to reply, and then Zibdar stands up, cracks his neck, and you watch as one of his arms has regrown overnight. And unfortunately, he does a very awkward knuckle crack because he's got two right arms at this moment. And he then he says, "It's been a while, but I think I could take probably most of you. In fact, all of you. Might be a bit rough landing, though."
Do you guys ever travel sensibly?
Varish goes to reply to that before Whisper stands up and says very quietly, "That one was rhetorical, Varish." He frowns a little bit before shaking his head. As standing before you is a great hippogriff, as Zibdar has transformed into one with one of his shapeshifts.
That's something, isn't it?
Wow.
So apparently this actually was the lair of some feathered beast after all.
Yeah, it just happened to be on our side, right?
Oh, let's
The
hope
head
so.
just clacks its beak and lowers its back for the party to hop on.
I guess it's close enough to a sky ship.
About an hour's flight later, the party lands just on the outskirts of the encroaching woodlands around the northern walls of the Golden Keep. As Zivdar explains, he needs to go and escort the arriving troops. Referencing his partner one more time, he expresses that it was a pleasure to meet you all, and he hopes that it all goes for you all well.
Thank you for everything. Our quest in the Feywild would have certainly been doomed if you weren't with us.
I need you to make an insight roll for me, Marla.
Okay.
Oh, save.
Inside. Nope. 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 Nope.
When fate brings you together, you have but to act, he says with a big smile on his face. It was a pleasure to serve. I will see you again.
She's just appreciative. She'll nod and looking forward to it.
As Zivdar not kicks off, but takes flight one more time, and he heads along the western road that heads out into the uncharted lands and the unsurveyed and unoccupied areas of this plateau. You see until his feathered form disappears into some low-flying clouds, and you can see some rain clouds bringing in off the coast as you turn and face the Golden Keep. And almost at that moment, you can see coming off the coastline, you can see beginning its descent on the approach to the docks below, a skyship on its approach to mooring. The city gates lie before you all. The usual guards waving people in and out. You pass through unimpeded to the party as individuals, as a group. Welcome to the Golden Keep. Where would you like to visit today?
We should find a place to stay first. I'm not sure whether we're still registered with the Adventurers Guild.
Good point. Where do we want to go first?
I know exactly where I want to go first, but we need to find a base of operations. So if any of you have any sort of suggestions, I am more than willing to listen.
I agree. Let's go find ourselves a tavern or something else.
So what would Lothar remember of taverns he used to frequent?
You have two. There's one where you met Liz, and then there's the Lion's Pride Inn. Sorry, that's too copyrighted. The Lion's Head. We'll just call it Lion's Head.
So he would have a preference for the obviously for obvious reasons for the place where he met Liz. So he'd express that.
That one is more of a nobles one in the higher echelons, in the higher tiers of the city. The Lion's Head is the one in your close and immediate vicinity.
What do you think, Torben?
What, you want to go to the nobles?
For sentimental reasons, but this one's closer.
I'd rather stay close to the gates. Don't know what's gonna happen in this. As of now, still nice city, but well, we know what could happen. I'd rather stay away from the nobles and the higher ups.
I suppose that's fair. Makes sense.
That skyship that we saw docking earlier. Does
Yeah,
that?
do you recognize it?
Yeah. Would Torben recognize it as a skyship from Port Guild?
It very much is one that comes from Port Kill.
Lothar, did you also see that skyship when we arrived?
Yeah, do you?
Might be
It's hard to
Phineas's.
miss.
And you know what that
Oh
means?
boy.
If Phineas is here, he might already have his
I-
hands in the pockets of the higher ups.
Perfect. Absolutely perfect.
By now, I wouldn't be surprised if he's in dealings with Varney.
If there's gold involved, trust me, he's dealing with.
All the more reason to stay out of the nobles area.
Can you please stop making sense?
Valdreth, where would you like to go?
I've got my license. Go and keep. Oh, the lungs. I don't like that. Anyway, I've got my license for the skyship. I think we can use that.
What, you want to steal Phineas's
No,
skyship?
no. Maybe Phineas hasn't said to you attacked him.
Oh, trust me, he has.
What
A
if it's
friend
not
that-
Phineas's and it's you know whose?
Oh no, you're not saying that it could be Crescent's.
Wouldn't we be able to recognize the ships though? I mean, they are built different.
Yep, you would be able to. You would be able to realize it's not. I believe it was called Skycutter. Crescent ship.
I'd have to look it up. But okay, so it's not Crescent ship.
It's definitely not Crescent's ship that's docking. I can
Right.
tell you that much.
No, Crescent ship is looks a little different. So either it's just a random port kill supply ship, though, looking at the guns and the fact that it's a customs warship, it's likely that it's Phineas himself. There's no real other reason for port kill warships to come here than Phineas being here. Not to mention, we ran into Phineas just yesterday.
Well, whether it's him or just some of his men, I'm pretty sure he let everybody know. Or I'd say it's the safest bet to assume, at the very least.
Well, let's start making our way to that little tavern of yours.
Yeah. Got some
You
decent
can
sliders.
see that the streets are alive with all walks of life here. Children happy playing in the streets. A busy atmosphere of the lower tiers, the working class, the lower classes. A heavy population, all seemingly in a little bit of light revelry. As you can see, various banners are being put and the beginnings of decorations of a public ceremony is underway today. And as you look around, you can see a great sign. 100 years. The centenary has been erected before you as you turn one of the corners. And after pulling aside one of the locals, you realize you are a week away from the celebrations that you first bore witness to as players 15 months ago. It seems like that date in the calendar was not today's date, but in fact it was a recent date that you saw yesterday. And as you turn the corner onto a particular busy street, you see an unmistakable building, Salothar, that you would like to visit.
Oh,
Or
yes,
you
he
know
does.
who would be there.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So, as soon as they're lodged properly, he'd actually ask Torben to go with him.
Am I breaking up or is he breaking up?
You are probably.
Me?
Mhm.
I heard Lothar just fine.
Could you repeat that, please, Lothar?
So he does actually ask Torben to go with him.
Okay.
Sure.
You've seen women before.
Oh God.
It means seen, if you get his drift. I'm winking, but you can't see it.
Fine. Oh, by the way,
So as the two lovebirds head off, go on.
did we get a long rest?
You did get a long rest, yes.
All right, continue.
As the two lovebirds leave, what does Foldreth and Ariel do? And what is Ariel's current form?
Oh shit. She would look like a human, I suppose, because she's only gotten in trouble looking like elves. So yeah, we'll go with a human. She just looks like a pretty human. She's not putting a whole lot of effort into her appearance this time around. Yeah. I guess ashy blonde hair, um, relatively long, fair skin, blue eyes, just basic human.
And where do the two of you wish to go to today?
Um, I don't like this place. Do you want to go anywhere?
I'd like to go commandeer a skyship.
Really?
Hey, if we're going to get to the Fallen Lands. I'm just saying.
That's a good point, but commandeering sounds kind of dangerous. Maybe we could just hire a skyship?
I've got my license. Freelance couriers. You know, let's look for a load to the Fallen Lands and say we'll fly your ship.
Okay. Sure, then we should go to the docks, see what the situation is like there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you
Go there.
remember right, last time they said, do you have a permit? I've got a license. Problem solved.
I hope it'll work out and be that easy. Somehow I feel like it won't be, but uh, let's try.
As the two of you head on over, crossing town towards the dock, you make your way out of the familiar looking grand exit gateway that's locked and guarded each way, open as there are heavy amounts of traffic. As you can see, there is an unloading of the skyship at the base, and there is lots of cargo being hauled up the elevator at present. As one of the guards at the top says, loading's in session at the moment. The port's closed until the elevator's completed its daily tasks. You'll be about an hour, I'm afraid. You can see a familiar-looking individual sat with his feet up on a desk in a reclined position just over the shoulder of this guard, with his cap down, but his unmistakable attire. As Captain Howarth seems to be dozing off.
Oh. But now the question
Hey,
is,
how?
The question now is, Ariel, as it was immediately interrupted.
whether in the time in this current timeline they even know who we are.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very confused about the time. Like
Yeah.
maybe that's just me, but
Nope.
As Howarth lifts his cap above his eyes and rubs them dry, says, "Do I owe you gold?"
Nah, you promised me a trip. You know, you gave me my license, and I'm waiting to ship some cargo from here to the Fallen Lands.
I've not given licenses out for at least 2 years.
Well, explain
Not.
this then.
He sort of rubs his eyes and leans forward, stands up and outstretches his arms. Voldreth! It's been a long time. Where have you
Oh,
been?
Okay.
well, you know, when I whisper in his ear, the Pharaoh.
Ah, right. Okay. Is that what we're calling it? Laying low, then, yeah? He gives you a chin wink. You were.
Toblin kind of screwed over Phineas.
Oh, Phineas. He screwed over Crescent good and proper too, didn't he? Oh, tell me you're not still with that bugger.
Oh, you know what? That's why I want to get this load over there. Drop him off.
He looks a bit confused. He says, "I've Captain Howard, guardsman. If you wouldn't mind just double checking at the front of the gateway. Just check that no one's coming through or anything like that. That'd be great." 2 guards. You seem. I think Valdrith, you'd clock one giving the other a knowing look and shakes his head in a direction as the 2 leave you. It's the 3 of you, and Howarth immediately stops himself and sees Ariel stood there in a form he doesn't recognize. And you are.
Yes. I'm just here to help Waldred.
A sight for sore eyes indeed. My name is Captain Howarth, and he gives a very low bow and immediately is putting charm to 11.
She
As
smiles
he.
and she'll just say, I'm Mary.
You're married?
Mary.
Oh,
That's my
Mary.
name.
Oof, you almost broke my heart there. Right. Well, anyway, are you 2, like, points to the both of you awkwardly?
No, I
Way too
don't think
old.
so.
Oh,
My
right.
days are
Okay.
done.
Second time you almost broke my heart today. Anyway, so I will say this. I'm so glad to see you're not rolling in with that Torben fella. He was so much trouble. One divorce and just a hell of a lot of grief later. I am just so over that stuff now. But you say you need a skyship,
Yeah.
right? Well, we might have one coming over in the next day or so. But that one, that one's one of the big ones. There's no way we're getting anywhere near that one. But you got your crew? Are you just looking for a captain, I suppose?
As a
I didn't
captain
hear that
now.
one.
I'm more than good as a captain. Do you remember flying in that storm through the wave?
Oh, it's like another lifetime ago. But anyway,
I was going to say you look a bit older now. I'm still
yeah.
aging, but you, the years have not been kind to you.
Oh well, thanks very much. But wait, and he seems to ponder those words and realize the ordering of them. Anyway, so you're putting together a crew then? I see. I'm in need of getting off this old rock myself. You see, a few things are catching up to me a little bit quicker than I was hoping.
Hey, another set of hands to fly a ship. Can't go wrong there.
Right. So. And he seems to be like the cogs seem to be turning, and he sits back down behind his desk and puts his feet up and says, "Tomorrow, late evening, ship will be docked. Let me know when you got your crew ready, and I'll see you then, eh?"
Aye, well, you know one part of me crew. You know that grumpy old paladin?
What was it? Lord Sorrowful, was it? I can't remember.
Uh, it was more like so low. Thor.
Oh, I see. I see. Yes, I remember now. Not really, but what about him?
Well, he's good at, moving the sails. Big, strong chap.
I see. I see. Well, we've been right through a load of stuff, haven't we? But what do you want me to do about him? Is he in town?
Who do you mean?
That Captain Lothar.
He's with me.
Oh, he's still with right. Is the whole band together? What about that? Used to have no offense there, but she was absolute 12 out of 10. That other lady that you used to travel with.
She's closer than you think.
All right, dwarf, taking up enough of my time. Lovely to see you. Come get me when you got a ship.
I'll see you tomorrow.
All right. And he pulls his cap down and starts to rock himself back to sleep. Meanwhile, back across town, after surprising a very familiar lady, the owner of the establishment, who you take great heed to express your wishes to remain quiet as you wish to surprise Liz. She says, and can I interest you, companion, referring to Torbrun, in any particular lady favors or men? We have a few dwarves on our payroll. I could muster some up.
I'm
He
just
is going
following the
to.
lead of my fellow here.
He's going to
No,
talk
I'm not
to.
judging.
I'd rather talk to Liz first, and I want him to be present.
Oh, I
Afterwards,
see.
afterwards, he's going to raise an eyebrow. And trust me, the girls here know what they're doing.
We do watching sessions as well. You don't have to make it private.
Uh, and he's just going to look at the madam and go, "It's not the first time I'm here. You already know my preferences by now."
Very much so, very much so, and she'll be happy to see you.
Is Tav with her?
I should think so.
Good.
If not, he'll be
Come on.
close by, probably playing with the laundry again.
What, is he wearing capes and running around with sticks?
Only when I catch him.
It was good to see you, madam.
She gives a curtsy and then ushers you in.
Mm-hmm.
The door opens to Liz's room, and she's there trying on some gowns. Seems to be preparing herself for an important evening. She looks in the mirror behind her and sees you,
Working
and then
fine.
sees Torbrun. And her demeanor changes as she turns and sees the both of you, flicking from a very different personality. As she just collects herself and says, "Yes, and I don't believe we've had the pleasure."
This is Torbrun. He's the very best mountaineer I've worked with,
Pleasure,
and one
ma'am.
of the few people I trust. Now, There's an entirely long story because I have no idea how long I've been gone, when we've met last, when we've talked last, what happened when the last time we've talked, but
It
there's a
really
high
has been a
likelihood.
bad week for you, then, hasn't it? I've told you to stay off that ale.
A week? We've met. It's been a week?
Well, yes, you took me out on the last date. Or have you already taken a fancy to some other ladies?
And he cocks an eyebrow at that. You don't believe that yourself either, so. uh, Liz, if something ever happens to me, and I've always been honest with you, I've always told you that that time might come. This dwarf is somebody I trust completely.
Then
And
I
he's going
hope,
to
with all due respect, to never see you again.
uh, he is, he's going to make sure you and Tal somehow get out of the city, one way or another. So you trust him. If I don't come back, you trust him. Okay, Liz?
I don't like what you're saying. But it's not
I
the
don't like
first
it
time
much.
you said this either.
I don't like it much either. But you trust him. Okay? Worst comes to pass, you trust him.
Okay.
He nods. Now, Torbjorn, I'm going to ask you to give me some 15 minutes alone with Liz.
Hey, whatever time you need, man. I don't want to get into your personal business.
Oh, you are. You are in my personal business as it
I
stands,
mean,
Torbjorn. So
I
congratulations. He's going to tap him on the shoulder.
I didn't
Uh,
have much of a choice coming here anyway, but it's
yeah. If you're bored, ask for. And he's going to look at Liz. Do you think Emma might like him? She likes dwarves, doesn't he?
She turns to you and in a very seductive manner as she frills with her red hair. Are you a reds or blondie?
wait, Lothar, what are you suggesting here?
Just go to the madam and ask for Emma. She's quite the conversation.
Okay.
And he's going to pat him on the shoulder as he walks out.
Ah, you humans and your pastime activities. I will walk over
As we leave the love shack.
Corbin is so confused.
Do we think Torbjorn would get lucky, or would Torbjorn actually be sat there trying to engage and educate in the ways of hunting and the great outdoors and mountaineering? Just the autistic guy who doesn't realize when the girl's really into him, kind of thing.
Probably that,
Or would
yes.
he actually have? Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. He
Very well.
would go on and on about the adventures he got to get the gemstone drake and the dragon they avoided, and whatever nice foods he has tried and the gross foods he has tried.
I think you would probably strike up a bit of an intrigue there, but roll me a roll seduction, roll persuasion. Let's go for that.
Persuasion, a 9.
With a 9. Emma is enthralled by your words and eats up every bit of story. But about an hour later, Sir Lothar finishes and rejoins you as Emma gives you a kiss on the forehead and says, "Well, I hope it was as good for you as it was for me."
I mean, I haven't made you any food yet. Aren't you hungry?
Well, perhaps next time. That's where you can take me.
All right, I'll come back when I get you something nice.
Great. And now the
Fully
player can
intending
tell
to just
me.
make it a nice flavored dinner. Nothing more.
Right, you can now do your homework and tell me what does Emma look like and describe Emma for me in your homework. And
Let me just Google hot
as
dwarf. Oh, wait, what race? She's not a dwarf herself, isn't she?
we haven't said anything, you've just got a name.
Okay, I just
Welcome
got
to-
a name.
Welcome to DMing.
Goblin.
Goblin. Oh god, I think we'll rule that one out, but we'll see.
Secretly present.
Meeting up a little bit later in the town square in the marketplace. Does the party wish to go anywhere as a group, or do you wish to make your way over to the Borden lodging and secure that?
Norbert might actually want to go to the outskirts of the city, or well, outside the city actually, to try and stock up on some actual fresh meats
Sure.
and plants.
You catch yourself a bird or two, a small vermin here or there, maybe 3 or 4 little things, and a couple of handfuls of fresh herbs and etc. As you spend the next couple of hours doing that. What does everyone else wish to do in the downtime?
Lothar is going to spend time with Liz up until she has to actually go do her thing.
I see. Okay. Valdreth, Ariel?
I think I'd just buy some clothes. Nothing very fancy, nothing very expensive. Just have some change of things. She's usually seen in her armor. She'd like to, be a bit more incognito than that.
Okay. As you are pottering about the marketplace and the bazaar that's on in this tier, you feel one of those unmistakable moments as a warm, tingling sensation in your center of your eye lets you know there is. You feel it, and it's almost like you just brush past it, but as you turn, it immediately begins to fade. But you've just come in the very close proximity to at least another one of your kind.
Mm. Can she tell who it is in the crowd?
You get a direction, but it's moving at pace.
I guess I'd follow it for a little bit, but she also thinks that could lead to trouble, so she won't go very far if it leads off the beaten path or like where she should normally be.
You follow it up one set of tier to the gatehouse, and then you realize as it fadens out, you got fallen behind quite a way, but you got the sense that it headed into the nobility in the tiers up there.
Was it in Port Kiln where that changeling that warned her was? I think it was in Port Kiln, but I don't remember.
That was in Port Kiln, yes.
Mm-hmm. She didn't have any similar encounters in.
If let's say if you probably you don't feel it often, and if it was to have a trademark, you've not felt this one before. You're certain of that.
Okay. Well, she's gonna take note of that and kind of be careful if she heads in that direction, but she won't follow him
Okay.
or her, whoever it is.
After Torben returns, actually, sorry, I've missed out. Valdreth, is there anything you would like to do here? The city is yours.
Would there be somewhere with like the avatar statue?
Absolutely, you can find a museum, a museum of religions of old. Held on. There's an exhibition, and you sort of catch this glimpse just of a sign. Darwi expedition. Open now, closing soon. you take the intrigue and you follow it, and sure enough, one of the exhibit pieces is a slightly damaged shrine of an avatar, just held in the center of a room with maybe a dozen or so people milling around and looking at named scriptures and notes around explaining the purpose and artifacts. Seems to be a dwarven history site. You find your statue.
He's gonna just kneel and silently pray to it.
Okay. Make a religion roll.
Religion. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
On a 14. Do you keep the staff on your person at all times?
Yes.
You feel it getting slightly warmer as you pray.
Does anything happen to my tattoos? They're currently purple still.
As you reveal them, do you think they would purify or intensify?
So you want me to solve this? They would intensify.
As they'd previously just been a shade of purple, they become a slightly luminescent shade of purple as you realize you have to sort of cover them up as you're starting to emit a low level of purple glow from those tattoos. And what's your prayer?
Yeah, he would be asking if he's doing the right thing. And then goes, do I release the entities or contain them? I need you, Avatar. Avatar. In the world, I'll fix it. I need your help.
Feel a hand on your shoulder. As you look up, it's one of the staff members. The word eludes me what they're actually called. Curators. A short dwarf female with some spectacles on the end of her nose. Well, it's been a long time since I've seen someone kneel before one of these.
Well, it's from me home. Oh, probably not this one. But, it reminds me of home.
Aye, this one was, I believe, here. Yes, and she points to one of the plaques, which you now read, washed up around shortly after the ruins, the Battle of Ruination, found off the south coast, thought to be in the southern regions of Eartha.
Did we agree on where Dunbar was? I think it was around there.
Yep.
Tears start coming out of his eyes.
Oh, I didn't mean to upset you. I'm sorry. I thought it would help, but
It's my home. It is from my home.
are you from the Southern Lands?
Aye.
Oh, I never met one of you ancient kin. I'm only
Mate.
50 myself.
How old do you think I am, love?
Well, you're pre-ruination. That makes you an ancient now.
Ancient Vordreth. Oh, I tell you what, that's a thing to it, doesn't it?
Oh, it's a nice name. I'm Tess, by the way. Cassandra.
Ah, lovely to meet you. Say, being a creator, have you ever been to the Fallen Lands?
Oh no, can't say I have. I've applied for many of the excavations that go on there, but I've never been invited on any. It's not really behooving of a young up and coming whippersnapper like me. You see, we got to get a name for ourselves. A few decades under some of the places like this, and it's not like the stereotyping me putting on the dwarf and exhibit. Plenty of other dwarves they say work in museums, but I seem to only be going from one to the other.
What, would you like to come there tomorrow? Well, fly there. I'm putting
She
a crew together.
she
We're
puts her
going to the
glasses
Fallen
up to her
Lands.
nose. Are you asking me on a date?
Well, I mentioned you're young, a bit too young for me. However, I
Yeah.
do have another dwarf companion.
Oh, right. You're trying to hook me up with a friend. Okay.
Hey, no,
Well,
no.
it's been a pleasure to
I
meet you,
thought, I thought as a
Ancient.
creator, you'd like to, excavate the Fallen Lands. After all, we're going hunting for artifacts.
Make a persuasion roll. 15. I'd like someone else to roll a d20 for me and add 2.
1d20. Oh, I fucked that up.
Well, both of you fucked that one up.
Oh my god.
Okay. For a 10, she seems to roll her eyes and says, well, so long as that's the only thing we'll be excavating, then fair enough. I'll put in for a bit of leave. And where should I meet you tomorrow? And at
Well,
what time?
about noon at the Lion's Head.
Noon at the Lions. Ah, I see. Okay.
The crew's
Right.
meeting there.
Mm-hmm. I'll see you then.
And do you have any more like relics I could, keep on my person from home?
You mean steal from the exhibit? Nah, I think you're crossing a line there, pal.
Hey, I didn't mean steal. I meant be donated.
Oh, you could donate. Yeah, we always got. We're
No,
always
no,
accepting.
donate to me. After all, it's
Ah,
my home.
well then, with a with a
With it.
15 on persuasion, um, I'll see if there's something that could probably be taken out for a bit of cleaning tomorrow. Hmm?
Aye, I'd appreciate it.
Okay. All right, now let's get you off your knees now. Come on, old man. Let's get you off. Yeah,
Oh, hang on,
bit
hang
of
on.
a distraction for everyone else here.
Oh, Jesus, my knees. Too old to do that. All right, I'm good.
As we pan several hours later, Torburn, you have your knapsack full with fresh game and herbs and spices, a few mushrooms to go with it, and anything else that you think you would have found on your ways.
Hmm. Maybe some herbs for maybe like a sort of healing tea.
Sure, some medicinal chemical properties. And Lothar, you knock on your doors. Torburn returns and collects you.
Hmm. So, thoughts about Emma?
I mean, seems lovely. She likes food. That's a good plus.
He laughs and taps him on the shoulder. Told you, this place is worth visiting.
I mean, we were missing actual food, but I guess that's on me.
Oh. How did things end up with you and what was the other one's name? Anyhow.
You mean Emma?
No.
Oh, you
The
mean Crescent?
gnome.
Well, I guess we had a good time, we had some good chats, and I mean, let's just
You
say
see at this
things got in
point,
the way.
you see at this point, Ariel, who's standing in her attire, it's looking a bit more befitting of a little bit well put together, but not anything super ornate or regal. Making an effort, shall we say. And Voldreth comes stumbling down, and you all meet outside the Lion's Head Tavern as evening is beginning to fall.
Mm. So, did you all get what you needed?
Uh, as usual, not from inside the city, but yes. So what did you guys get up to?
Well, you need a disguise for tomorrow evening, 'cause you're dead if Howard sees you.
Thorvald looks surprised and frowns. Like, what are you on
We met
about?
Crescent.
Oh, so, I have secured us a ship to fly to the Fallen Lands.
And
Caviar is Captain Howarth.
I don't see why I would need a surprise to see Captain Howarth.
'Cause you screwed over Crescent.
And then the realization suddenly kicks in, where he realizes that it's been like 2.5 years for Crescent. Like,
Mhm.
oh no, oh
Yeah.
no.
The years haven't been kind to him either.
You know, I,
You can always just explain the actual truth.
I,
You know?
I really hope she doesn't have the temperament of the dwarven ladies at home. But I
Hey,
fear
we
she
didn't see
might.
Crescent. We didn't see her, just Howarth.
I.
Oh, if you want, I can just go talk to her myself. I have a way of telling the truth that, she's either going to throw
Oh no
something
no
at
no no! You
me.
don't understand. If she has the temperament of a dwarf, which her being a gnome, but I mean she might as well be a dwarf. I. Do we have any barrels?
Metal Gear Torbern. It's in the game.
See, I
You wanna
don't
hide in
mind a dragon, but you don't want to be arguing with a dwarven lady.
Oof.
Oh,
Speaking of, I've got one to join the crew for the ship.
Okay.
She is a museum creator, archaeologist person, I don't know. Be useful.
a curator, you mean?
That's the word. After all, we're going hunting for a relic.
As a man
Oh,
behind you all says, "Excuse me, I'm trying to get through." As he cuts through.
All right then, Jesus, go get your beer. Make sure your buyer's around, all right?
As the door
Jesus.
opens, you can hear loud roars and a bit of a song that's coming through as a bard seems to be playing as it closes shut again.
Would we recognize the song?
You only catch but a note of it as it opens and closes.
What time is it by now?
It's early evening, 5, 6. Sun's beginning to set.
We gonna have any plans for the evening? Or we're just gonna tuck her down early?
Might as well get sleep. My more important thought is what are our plans for tomorrow? Are we actually going through with this expedition?
Seems.
Oh, yeah.
I don't see any reason to stay here any
Well-
longer.
If we think about it, it's a week before the celebration. So we have 6 days. Yep, 7 minus 6 to do the thing.
The quick math is there.
Sorry, that really tickled me.
Listen, we've been in a realm where time doesn't do time. My brain's all fried.
Mine too. And I'm
You
used to
sure
that
it's-
kind of travel.
I'm
You're
so
sure
looking forward to what's coming in 2 minutes.
You're sure that's not just age catching up with you, Torbern? Voldred.
Well,
At this point, I adjust my collar, accidentally, maybe
Mhm.
peeking right now.
I am old, sir. Oh, as I got called today, an ancient. It's a nice ring to it, don't you think?
I think ancient ended sometime before you were born. He claps him on the back, and he gives him some ale.
Sip.
Some ale, pocket ale.
We are at the tavern, right?
You're outside. Are you going in?
We weren't in.
No.
We were just waiting outside. We met outside and we're just
Okay, well,
weirdly
let's-
sitting outside of the tavern.
The
So,
DM's got a cutscene ready to press play on. That's why.
So are we going in like regular people, or are we going to just
for
stick
an
around?
ale to give you.
Or
For
are
a
we just going
ale.
to stick around like a bunch of weirdos?
We're not
I
gonna
will
see
go in.
Crescent inside there, are we?
Might do. Dunno. But we have to meet Tess here at 12 tomorrow.
I'm gonna have to
And
make the
Tobin,
best time.
no flirting.
I don't think there's gonna
Or
be
he-
much flirting. Flirting? Wait, what do you think I've been doing?
She's a 50-year-old dwarf. No.
50?
Oh,
That's what she said.
Hey, she's young.
Are you talking about Crescent?
No.
He's talking about the dwarf he's met.
I'm
I
about
think
to-
there's a few things that cut out
Oh,
here, mate.
I see.
As the party steps foot into the tavern, the general atmosphere is abuzz, roaring with laughter and revelry. You can even hear a bard singing off in the corner, approaching a crescendo in his song. You can see, make perception rolls for me, various figureheads, a bustling bar, a busy barman, and several barmaids walking around and ferrying drinks to and from tables. If you've picked a busier place, you couldn't really have picked a busier place than this tonight. And yet still there's a few spots and seemingly a table off in the distance for free that's free. As you set foot in, and it says, "This is a story of passion, a story of flame, and this is the story of Serene." The crashing crescendo ends. And tankards go rising, and everybody is calling for encores and such. And you see the bard picking up his minstrel and a bit of a lute, gives it a twang, and says, "Next up, coming from lands afar, one of the finest elven maidens you've ever seen." And you get a little bit of a buzz in your forehead again. The very same one you felt earlier today, Ariel. Taking to the stage, you would recognize Torbrun with a 22. You would spot this as well. A very recognizable elven visage and a dainty, beautiful elven maiden steps up to the microphone of sorts. Steps up to the stage and begins singing in a beautiful elven dialect. She's singing in Sylvan. Marley, you would recognize this visage. This is one of your visages.
Hmm.
As you look around the room, Solothar, you would see part of the local chapter house seems to be in here tonight. Unmistakable garb. Sat with the hood up in the corner, a bunch of empty tankards in front of him. Seems to be a little bit of a individual nursing a headache, and around them seems to be a few fellow chaptermen. Off in the distance towards the other end of this room, there's a cloaked dwarf, based on their stature, who seems to be nursing a small bowl of broth and seems to unpack a small bag of things. And seems to be adding components to it, giving it a stir and cracking a bit of seasoning, and seems to be tucking in, muttering away to himself. And another part of the room, you see a collection of individuals of all walks of lives. A great orc, a set of human buddies, different skin colors, and one or two dwarves. One looking rather older than the rest. He's got his back turned to you.
Do I recognize the actual garb, as in actual Order of the Gauntlet presence in the Golden Keep?
You do. You recognize your armor in the corner with the individual with his head in his hands at this moment.
Wait, as in the armor he usually wore, or an armor of the Order?
You're very curious.
He's going to look at it. He's going to look at the man. He's going to go and actually ask for a seat there.
Okay.
Mind if I sit down?
Bit of a buzzed, blurred-eyed individual looks up and sort of waves his hand. No, sure. Be my guest. You look like a distant fellow member of order. As he takes a swig.
It's a long story there, but I would be half-brother Lothar Whitemantle of Sir Tancred's Brotherhood.
Of course you are. And who sent you? Puts the tankard down.
Nobody did. I've been away from home for a while.
Bet you have.
Is Tancred still around? Is he good? Is he?
Of course he is. He's at the bar.
What's he?
You look over the shoulder.
What's
Sure enough.
He's going to look at him, nod, and then immediately walk to the bar and
Well,
give the half
as you
brother.
do, Tancred raises a glass in the direction of the table and shouts out, Lothar, another! The individual opposite you looks up and says, there's a bear shit in the woods.
I look at the Lothar
The
Mhm.
Lothar.
At the other Lothar. Does he actually look like me?
It dawns on you at this moment, you're looking in the mirror.
Utterly confused, he stops in his tracks, turns around, and goes and sits next to the guy he just left. Could I have a name, sir?
You already do a good impression of me. Can I
Ah,
have your real name, sir?
so you're. Where are you from?
You know my lineage. Surely you must know that too.
It's
It's
When
been a
did you
while
join?
since I've met an imposter. Someone using my handle. You feel
When did
to
you?
the other chapter guards standing left and right of you as you sat down. As we leave that table, what's the rest of the party doing?
So I want to ask if the performing Ariel, is similar to the one who performed in Port Kiln, that she became very famous. Like
It is the
for Ariel,
exact
it could just be
visage.
okay. So for Ariel, it could just be a changeling that took her personality, took that vision of her,
Mhm,
and they did
mhm,
know she was a changeling. Like there was at least one person who knew.
mhm.
Uh, so she's kind of wary, and she's just gonna sit somewhere close to where the performance is happening and just listen for now.
Okay. Valdreth. Torbrun. Either of you. What are you doing? Your
Uh,
companions travel off to their own places.
Corbin would get a quiet table in one of the corners, if possible.
Well, there's an empty seat next to another dwarf who was mulling over a stew. It's quite busy in here.
Corbin would grab a seat and sit next to him. Is that
No
dwarf
decent
making a
room in the
stew in the
place.
tavern?
No. He's been given a stew, and you
I
can
see.
see he's adding bits to it to make it some kind of proper broth. They can't serve any decent food around here. All this conjured shit.
Do I recognize it as Corbin?
As you sit down, a slightly younger, more disheveled look of yourself meets your gaze. As if the party hasn't realized it, I give the party of players the meeting of the party for the party in a tavern. The floor is yours. For you, after having watched the DM play many sessions back to back with my own figurines, I let you, the players, now play with your own figurines from the past. Please enjoy. Who wants to take it away?
I'll walk to the bar where. Oh, what's his name? Bulger's gonna be sat near. Wasn't it Ironhammer?
It was
Yeah.
the other dwarf in your company.
Oh, evening, chaps.
Evening. Do we know you?
I know you, Ironhammer. I know you, Valdreth.
Hi.
You want to see any trick with this performance? You want to see it? I'll go on for you. Guarantee at the end of that performance, right? purple flames and stuff are going to be coming out behind her. I bet you. A beer each.
Aye, you're on.
Morgan. Let's watch, eh?
So as the performance reaches its crescendo, thaumaturgy, flames, purple.
Okay. Purple flames erupt out the back of it. But as it does, golden flames also erupt, almost fighting for dominance. As you watch your younger self with a sleight of hand paw roll is doing the same that you are.
You cheeky bugger. Yeah. Should have known you'd do that. The dwarfs are all the same.
Well, I would let you play out what you think Voldreth would say to that.
We're all the same. Hey, Volta, calm down. My name is Volty, alright? What are you using my alter ego for? That's my actual name. Do you not remember in Dunbar you were doing a lovely preach about the Avatar? You were like, Volty, what are you doing? I was messing about with me books. You scolded me, you did. You're a mad one. But, hey, Purple Flames came. Here's your beer. Marry your word. Anyway, what are you doing in the Golden Keep?
And the story goes back and forth.
Very good. Who's next? And the
Thorburn would
tumbleweed rolls in.
probably as Thorburn sits down, he's just gonna get straight to the point. Knowing how Thorburn is, like, enjoy that stew while you can. Might be a while before your next one. You have a conversation with yourself with the same voice. The old, the younger Thorburn.
The other Torben.
The other Torben.
The other Torben would just look up confused. Like, I usually eat food by myself if I choose a corner table. And as he looks up, he catches a glimpse of the real Torben. He's like, wait a damn minute. As the real Torben's like, keep your voice down. I know what this looks like. At that point, we had no idea about the time thing yet, right?
So this is where I will intersect and say, all of you have a memory of this night. You all have your own individual memories as to where you were leading up.
Right.
You all were in the Golden Keep a little bit before everything which led to you all meeting. It just so happens, like fate was trying to pull you together earlier, but something happens that stopped the party forming on this night, but you can't remember what.
Hmm.
What's Ariel doing?
So she's gonna listen to the performance, and whenever other Ariel finishes, she's gonna try to talk to her, but like not in public. So hopefully she's retreating
You go
somewhere
behind
or
the
something
curtain.
like that. Yeah, behind the curtain. Um, hello. Do you She's just kind of conflicted, like she's not sure how to phrase this. I I feel like we know each other, he'll say.
The other one touches her middle of her head, sort of in a look of acknowledgement, giving an insightful look back at you.
Mm. I kind of remember you, but but there's something I'm missing. Mm. Could 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 our memory of this night have been modified? Like, was that something that could happen?
Possibly.
Okay. I feel like um this moment when we meet was altered somehow in my mind. Um, I'm not sure how we're both still here. Um, I, at least I hope I'm getting the story straight. I'm not sure.
And what does an Ariel who's just come off stage, been approached by what she
By this
probably
weird thing.
recognizes as a changeling,
Yeah,
what does she have to say?
Ariel from the past would probably just be like, "Excuse me." Well, I mean, respect for our shared lineage, let's say, but I don't understand what the rest of your words are.
How
And
does Ariel
President
translate
Ariel
this?
would be like, yeah, I'm not making a whole lot of sense to you, but you make no sense to me either, if that's comforting. Um, you know how sometimes the time gets strange? I think that's what's caused us both to be here. He's going to say. And she's just gonna like kind of feel really awkward in the moment and just kind of try to go back outside and see if the other one has any curiosity about her too.
Okay.
Mm.
Do you think she would follow, or would she continue on her way for that evening?
Good question. She generally avoided trouble, so I don't know. This seems like trouble.
Okay, maybe she just makes her way to her room.
Yeah.
Okay. Back at the table with two
So,
hands on each shoulder.
just to clarify something, you said that when we came back, this is what? Um, a few months before.
That was the date in the ledger that you opened and read.
Mhm. Now, what's fascinating for Sir Lothar right now is that, if I'm understanding this correctly, he's right here with the order when he'd actually left the order quite a few years ago.
It's more you're giving the impression you're with the order still, and there's a few of you here on some kind of purpose.
So he has some recollection of this, right?
Yeah.
Hmm. So he's going to look at Lothar straight in the eye and You look just like father. Twitch, the other Lothar, would immediately reach for a dagger at his pouch, and his jaw would go completely tight. To which current player Lothar would just smile and say, "Yeah, thought so." They wouldn't say much. They'd both stare at each other, mulling it over.
Tancred sits down next to you, says, Lothar, we got a problem here. Tonight's not the night for problems, you know this. You got one shot. And this looks like a pretty fucking big problem.
It's good to see you again, Knight Commander Tancred. It's good to see myself. And he's going to, again, lean forward in a way in which only Lothar does.
You both do it at the same time.
And again, complete staring contest. To which, if regular Lothar, if player Lothar, would put two and two together, thinking that something isn't right, so would the other. So NPC Lothar would go, shit. To which Lothar would just nod and say, yeah. Shit. Just like Creston Field. Just like the Hushed River. And then back to the staring contest between the two knights who are trying to put two and two together.
Okay. And over the revelry and general vibrant music as the bard strums up another upbeat tune. Is there anything else that can be heard from any of the tables that are going on?
The other Torben is not really convinced about the current situation and assumes magic, trickery, something else. Until the real Torben says, when the dwarves run low, we climb high. Which is a phrase that is a slightly altered version to the normal when the dwarves run low, only used by mountaineers. And upon hearing that, the other Torben, still not convinced that it might be him, he at least is now aware that whatever is coming out of the real Torben's mouth carries some weight and meaning. And upon hearing that, the real Torben says, in the next coming days, you will meet up with some strangers, whose names you do not know, and a burden you didn't ask for will be placed upon your shoulders. This is a burden you didn't ask for, but it's a burden you will have to carry. Remember your duties as a mountaineer. But don't let it ruin the flavor of your stews. And with that, the real Torben pulls up his hood, stands up, and walks outside the tavern.
Okay.
Nice.
Boldreth.
But before he stands up, he's just gonna dip his pinky into the stew of the other Torben. He's just gonna lick it. It's like, I sure did miss that stew. Enjoy it.
I don't think past Torbran would let you any dwarf get away with that. Don't you?
Wait. I mean, he's fine with sharing food, but just I'm just gonna openly roll these. Let's see. That would be sleight of
As the
hand.
thought in your
That's a
mind of
bad
leaving the
sleight of
tavern
hand.
occurs.
I'm gonna give the other Torment disadvantage just by how perplexed he is. Let's see. That would be probably a 7 on acrobatics. As he steals the little sip with the pinky, he just stumbles and almost knocks over the bowl because he almost knocks the spoon out, out of the bowl. Wait, what? What? Yeah. This is why I don't go to cities.
Boldreth.
Football and drinking competition.
How many tankards in are you both?
Easily 10 at this point.
Easily 10.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Roll a constitution saving, roll twice.
Oh yeah.
You're the first one.
Oh.
That's an 11 and a 12, so past you is handling it just a little bit better.
Makes sense.
I'll tell you what, Audrey, just remember, we're not all young and beautiful forever like yourself. Someday you're gonna need a stick like this one, alright? Right, I'll leave you to it. Hey, Hammer, great to meet you.
And you'll go get some fresh air?
I think Ariel would also go outside the tavern at this point. Like, there's
Okay.
not much for her to do there.
Good. I'm just going to roll.
Except
See
she's
if...
like searching her mind. She's like trying to recollect this night from her memories. Just trying to
Mhm.
see where that break-off point is, where she can't remember anymore.
Yep. Pushing past you, a small cloaked figure steps into the tavern as the three of you leave. Salothar,
He's going to look at.
Tancred taps the table. Target's hot.
He's going to look at them. Try to struggle to remember past the very vague recollection that he's got. And then just say, have you met Liz yet?
What's the other guy going to say? If the player wants the timeline, I can tell you. I just want to make sure we get the correct reaction here. Because I think you've kept Liz pretty damn close to your chest, not even like your brothers know.
Yes. Yes,
So where you're up to, you are very along with your line. You are at the point where you're a week away from saying your goodbyes to her the first time round.
Okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
So you very much know you've been through a lot with with Liz, and you care very much for the boy, and you're having thoughts that's weighing on your mind at this moment in time for past Salofa. So how do you think he would respond to someone saying a name that maybe he and two other souls know of? That being the matron.
It's not necessarily that he says the name, it's the way he says it. A very specific accent that only he has when he does. So he doesn't say anything, absolutely at all. But Lothar understands and just nods and says, meeting her is the only good thing that ever came of us since Father dropped us on this fucking world. Whatever decision you take with whatever this is, because this isn't my story right now, bear that in mind. And clocking his own companions leaving, he's going to tap the table twice, much as they do in the mess halls back in the chapter houses in the Dominion. Light with you, gentlemen. I will leave you to whatever it is you need to do. And he's going to go after his companions.
As you do, the short individual takes the stage, and the bard says, "And for the next introduction on tonight's venue, the one, the only, the legendary." And as the door closes, you don't catch the name, but I need you all to make a dexterity saving throw as you're outside this place.
The Dex.
Oh wow, that's a horrible roll.
You all have +3.
Yeah, that's gonna help.
14.
So we got a 5, a 14, a 14, and a 9. The first thing you all hear is the shattering and sundering of the glass panes. A ripple of green fire envelops this tavern. The windows are thrown out. The door comes flying off its hinges as Lothar attempts to close it behind it, jettisoning him and into the three of you. You'll take 20 points of bludgeoning damage. As stepping back out of the tavern, the short individual steps over the door that is currently resting on the back of Sir Lothar as the rest of you are currently prone, and wanders back down the street as you all come to.
Oh. What the hell just happened?
And that
Are we in the same
is
place?
where we're going to end tonight's session.
Oh no. Not again.
Recording stop.